how the manufacturers and the retail shops are stopping the flood of gear. Hey, it's me, Baxter.
And me, Jonathan.
So, there had been a flood of gear.
Yes.
Across the universe. Pedals, picks, guitars, amps, everything you can imagine.
I cannot believe. I didn't think about this last video. I was looking at a particular pedal on Reverb over the weekend. And I was like, my God, why are these so cheap? They were so... Because we got used to that whole, like, $5 less than new. Which is ridiculous. You know, that's ridiculous.
For the used stuff.
Yeah.
Those days are over.
And that's over, yeah.
But there has been a change, and we've already spoken with all the manufacturers. We've already spoken with all of our retail friends, and it's sort of been like a monumental shift in how like business is being done behind the scenes and how it's going to affect everyone out there, including us that are guitar buyers and love to play these things. So let's start with the manufacturers. Some of them have taken on this sort of draconian type of policy of, the way it used to be is like they would just say, hey, we're building like this guitar and we're going to build however many we think we're going to build in the queue, because as a manufacturer you have to think, every time they come up with a new guitar or a new SKU or a product line, it costs a lot of money. Even if it's just a small change, it's not just a button press like everyone thinks it is. It's a lot of money that goes into it.
To retool and program stuff and all the things.
It's more intensive than people think. That's a whole other video too. But so whenever they do that, it's an issue. So now what they're doing to fix that is some of them are not doing. They're not building tons. First off, they're smaller numbers, but also they're asking us as the retailers, how many of these will you buy? I need to know right now within
before they're built.
Within this month period, I'm going to open up this line of like, will you guys let us know how many y'all want, and we're going to build those. And then after this month period, though, we're not taking any more orders because we've set up production schedules, and that's how it's going to be. And I think that's pretty smart.
It is kind of smart. It makes everyone more intentional, right? Like we think way about it a lot more. Hey, do we want this thing? And if we don't, we know we're passing on. Maybe it's the next huge thing, and we passed on it, or vice versa. Maybe we go heavy and then no one cares. There's no like ordering it after the fact necessarily in that scenario.
No, I think you're completely right. Even in the NPIs, the new product introductions, when they're launching new guitars and things, the numbers are way smaller, which I applaud. Even when it means we don't get one.
Right.
Because there's a chance we don't get some of the new product stuff because one of our reps screws up or one of us screws up.
Just anything.
Which happens equally, because you got to remember, the reps that work for these guitar companies are pretty much guitar players like us, and they're equally as
super organized, super business savvy. Great with time management.
They probably work in the basement or in the attic, just like we do. Like the wives like sort of relegate us to those rooms. Like, you can have the shack behind the bathroom, behind the laundry room. That's the mudroom, honey. The kids are whatever. Got my computer set up in there. It's good. I don't even have one of those. I have to use a desk in my guest bedroom.
There you go.
Sometimes.
Perfect.
Hey, that's what I do. So that's just some of what they're doing right now.
Right.
There's all sorts. I could go deep into floor planning and how banks and guitar shops work together. God, we could do this right now. Why not? Well, how they work together to help finance like what the layout of your shop's going to be, and like you have to sell X amount of guitars, you have to pay them off in a certain amount of time, and the bank will release more funds for you. This is getting tightened extremely, and that's good. So shops aren't going into debt too heavy, and then the manufacturers aren't going into debt, sort of working in collaboration with them. We've never had to do that as Casino Guitars, thank the gods. We just get guitars we like and we sell them.
That's it.
Speaking of
easy,
what we do. What do we do? We're pickier. We're already hyper picky.
We are a little picky, which I think is a good thing. But people come in all the time and say, "Do you guys carry this thing?" And we're like, "No." And usually the answer is because we don't love that thing.
I had to tell it to someone the other day. They came in asking for a certain guitar, and it's from one of our favorite manufacturers. I won't say what the guitar is, but
Schecter.
It's not.
We don't even carry them. No, it's one of the manufacturers we carry. No, it's a big one. And they're like, "Do you have this guitar? I've heard a lot of good things about it." I'm like, "Well, you've heard a lot of good things about them. That's probably because of all the YouTube push you've heard about them. They are not that good. And in our opinion, our humble opinion, like they do something better than what you think they're going to do, and something worse than you were expecting.
And we could be wrong, or like you said, it's
We're
just
not wrong on
subjective.
this one.
We're not wrong, but you know, we just have to pick and choose because we only have so much space, and that's okay.
And money.
Right? That's right.
And also, you know, when an NPI, like I just talked about, an NPI comes out, like we're not going to get every color and every SKU, but we're going to pick the colors we like and get one, maybe two, maybe three. We're not going to stock like it used to be, the whole game of one to show, maybe three to go, one to show, five to go, back in the peak of things. No more. None of the major retailers are going to do that. It just doesn't make sense.
Right.
And then the manufacturers have to readjust to that new reality as well, that we just can't, well, especially now, and here's the big caveat, that they are also directly competing with us.
Right.
So like, even though they're our partners, they're also competitors, so it doesn't make sense for us to warehouse the pieces that we're selling that you're also selling.
Yeah.
Because they're obviously going to feed their warehouse unit before ours. And it's...
I mean, do you think that mindset as well? Because I kind of do think that pushes the manufacturers to make great products and great QR, because it's not like we're just taking it, you know, give us anything, right? You got to win us over. You got to make something that we think is awesome.
I hope so.
I like to think so.
And I hope it creates a savvy, and this is the weird industry term, end user. That means you, a person who plays guitar. That's what some of the industry would call like the end user, which I think is really weird. It sounds very Tron or something, or T1000 or whatever. Which I was playing at the arcade the other day with my son. It was fun killing those Terminators together. It was great. The old one from like the 90s.
Horrible Terminators.
Oh, they're so bad. I can't wait to watch
It's cool how that's going to all come true.
I mean, we're there.
The machines are going to murder us soon. That's great. I can't wait.
They're so close.
I can't wait till the AI is right. It's right there.
We've already
Man.
signed up. No, it's
Yeah.
God, what were you saying before I went on that little? Can you remember?
Savvy end users.
Oh, thank you, savvy end. The savvy guitar players. Hopefully, you guys can sort of see through some of the stuff that, like, you know, that's been like pushed down all of our throats on like the sales channels of YouTube. Pushed down all of our throats from like the marketing and things. Some of the stuff just isn't good.
Right.
Some of it's phenomenal. There's some stuff I can't say what's coming. There's some stuff coming up from Fender later this year that's absurd in a great way.
Yeah, I mean,
like two things.
Honestly, it was kind of shocking.
Two things.
I was like, wow.
And I don't even know if we're going to get any because I think like somehow like they might have been sold out somehow from the event that we were not at.
Right.
But because we were at another custom shop thing, it was a lot. But
what are you gonna do?
If that's the case, I will blame my rep directly.
Yes.
And because he knows what we like, and if he missed the ball on that one, talking to you,
this is something we like.
You know, there's not many in production that we like lose our shorts over, and this is one of them.
This is one of them.
Probably one I would keep.
God, yeah.
One to show, one to keep.
Oof.
And same with the thing that makes noise. That's all I'm saying. There's two things: one that you strum on, one that you make noise with. Everything else is pretty cool.
Weird.
But that was right up this guy's alley. That's one of the colors I'm wearing right now too, sort of based in it. Sorry, I'm having a moment now. It's we're all working together now, which is neat. Like in this weird symbiotic thing, you can tell like the people that are buying guitars, the people that are selling guitars, the people that are making guitars, because we sort of figured out, like we talked about the market being flooded before, and everyone's sort of fixing it in, I think, fairly intelligent ways now.
That's good to know.
It's not like there's a few more draconian things I think that should come into play.
Right.
I think unfortunately, if sales slow up and you can't keep the engine heated where you're building guitars at such a speed, you gotta cut back on manufacturing, which means jobs sometimes. You gotta cut back on corporate bonuses, which means less hot tubs sometimes.
Sad.
I know, like our corporate bonus of hot tubs.
I mean, I could give up one of my hot tubs if I had to.
How many hot tubs do you have now?
I don't even like to talk about it. It's more than a few.
I'm not a hot tub guy, honestly. Like,
just kidding.
I'm really not though. Like people.
Can you imagine if there was hot tubs in my house? You'd be like, what in God's name?
I'd be like, you gotta get a hot tub at the guitar shop. I'm like, that's first off ludicrous, and maybe we do have a massage chair, but
that's a
health.
I was gonna say that's our healthcare plan.
That is the healthcare plan at Casino Guitars. Don't make
preventative.
Massage chair and hot tub.
Yeah.
That's what we need next. Jesus, Lord Almighty. No, it's good. It's good watching. Like, you know, I've talked to all my friends that are much bigger guitar shops than me, and this is what we do here, right? And they have all made great strategic moves to, you know, sort of fix and abate any issues of like overstocking, and it's awesome. So the equilibrium is coming. It's coming soon too. I think it's coming to a theater near you in November. Whereas like
So get your deals now.
right.
We said that in the last video. Just a reminder. Now's the time.
It is the time. If there's like, again, if there's something you're looking at a shop, like let them know.
Yeah.
And see if you can work out a deal. It's like, don't try to like rake anybody over the coals. That's just not kind and nice, and it's not going to work. And then they will put you on that little list of naughty or nice.
Right.
Which there is a list, and there is a list.
It may not be an official list
between retail shops.
It's here.
There's a
It's
list
there.
of
It's
naughty
running.
and nice folks that we all know. A lot of the same folks that are buying guitars, and we know there's some cats out there that are crazy, and not in a good way.
That's true.
So I like cats. Like what's that late night show host that was in the movie Cats, that does the carpool karaoke?
Oh, yeah, I know his name. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I can't remember his name. Somebody put it in the comments. But I loved his little.
That's
Thank
him.
you, Derek.
That's him.
You're not in the comments.
He's in Cats. I didn't know.
I think he was. So was Taylor
So-
Swift.
Of course she was.
So is Judi Dench. Madame Judi Dench. Who's seen Cats out there? Raise your hand if you've seen Cats. Okay, it's embarrassing admittance, but I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of embarrassing movies too, so
Yeah.
I make it a prideful moment to go to bad movies.
Yeah, you do.
And spend good money to see them
true.
sometimes.
That's true.
I saw Garfield the movie.
Oof.
I've seen all the Garfield the movies in the theater, just to be clear.
In the theater.
In the theater. Wow. And
My kids have just discovered Garfield in a weird thing. I think it was my wife. I think Christy started showing them. Oh, look, Garfield.
I won't get into details, but I remember
get it.
making out in one of the Garfield movies when I was living in New York with a friend of mine. Well, names will not be mentioned. Not to horrify her. Lovely young person. But it was a great. I didn't get much of the plot on that one, but it was a good experience. No, so that's what's happening right now. So there will be, the tightening of the belt has happened, and it's a good thing. It needs to happen, and we're excited just to see. I like when things are like normal.
Normal's good.
Normal, like from Garfield. God bless,
It
I'll
all
never stop.
comes around full circle.
So let us know what you think. If you've enjoyed this like roller coaster ride, it's been fun. We've had a good time.
Sure.
We've sort of enjoyed watching things like change and like offers flying in, offers going out, and people having a great time with their guitars and new toys. But I'm gonna go home now. Talk about swimming in those hot tubs we don't have.
Don't really swim in the hot tub. You just sit there.
I think you get a big one and then you swim.
I guess you could. That would be unpleasant. I feel like that wouldn't be fun.
It's always like, whenever you go to the hot tub, like in a hotel or something, like I'll go when there's a hotel and they have one.
Yeah,
That's kind
for
of
sure,
cool and I
for
feel
sure.
like luxurious. There's always that one kid that's sitting there alone. That's no parents. He's at the wrong age.
Nice.
He's just been there. He's been there all day. He's turned into a little prune. He's just waiting for you. God knows what he's been doing in that pool. Warm piss.
That's not what it's supposed to be.
No, it's like this is not supposed to be for your child unattended, I don't think.
I did the best hot tub experience I ever had. It's not what you guys are thinking. It was in Washington State. And we would sit in this hot tub at night and it was cold.
Oh, yeah, those are
and
nice.
throw marshmallows. And there was like this weird little army of raccoons that would come eat the marshmallows while we were sitting in the hot
was
tub.
totally not where I thought this was going to go.
It's not where it was going to go.
That was a good turn because I was thinking like you were going to go into this deep exploration of like
Nope.
severely middle-aged people making out in the hot tub story.
Nope, that would
and
be
just
weird
horrify
and
everyone.
disgusting.
I put myself
Nope.
severely in that camp right
Just
now.
watching the raccoons. That's all.
Watching the raccoons
Eat the marshmallows.
with our homeless chic beards,
Yes, that's right.
which we'll talk about later. Hey, thanks for tuning in again. Thanks for watching. The floodgates open, the floodgates get closed. Noah's Ark has lifted us, and we're going to all make it home together, safe and sound. Again, click like, subscribe.
Hit the old bell.
Enjoy your time with the guitar. Enjoy your time with your family, but more importantly, enjoy playing music, because music never leaves you. It's such a sad way to end. It's there forever. Even better than video games.
That's
It really
true.
is.
That's
It really
true.
is. I just gave my
just-
one kid an electric drum set for his birthday.
Perfect.
Yesterday. I hear it clicking along.
Now you can make video game music. Ooh, think about it.
Shut your face.
Think about it.
Have fun.
Great.
Peace be with you. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.